always impressed by whiskeys that drink over the proof point that they are.
In flavor, not in abrasiveness.
Correct. Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we are back with another double-blind head-to-head where we are going to randomly select one of these unknown matchups from our sample pool and taste them so that you get the most honest opinions possible because we are blind. We don't know what's in either glass. With that said, let's run our randomizer. See which pair we're tasting today. 7. Well, there's 9 in the front row, so this is 8. This is 7. Cool. We will get these poured and give you our first impressions on both of these glasses in just a second, and you know it's going to be a very informative and educational review because I got my glasses on. All right, let's have some fun and get glass 1 on the nose and see what we're working with here.
This smells like it's going to be very sweet.
Yeah, it does.
But it also smells like bacon.
Well, I was going like buttery pancakes with maple syrup.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this smells good. It smells strong. It's got a little bit of an alcohol edge to it, which is not my favorite.
Yeah.
But if you approach with caution, you know, like sometimes dogs are really friendly, but if you get a little too much with them, they could snap back at you a little bit. And that's kind of like this glass. It smells very friendly and inviting, but if you get a little too close, a little too fast, it bites back. So let's get into the palate.
This is nice. This is not as sweet as I expected it to be. While it is sweet, it's like a maple syrupy sweet, I would say. It's not a fruit sweet. And I like that a little bit better than like a fruit sweet.
Yeah, this is, to me, I'm a little conflicted on first sip because on the palate, I'm not 100% getting what I got on the nose. Yeah. I'm not so much getting the pancakes and the butteriness of the nose.
Butteriness. And I'm a butter connoisseur.
Man, I went back to the nose. It smells even more buttery on the nose.
Yeah.
Like pronounced more buttery.
I'm getting buttery. Like there's a thick kind of oily finish for me, which I get when I eat a lot of butter on things, which I tend to do.
You do a lot, yeah. Yeah, this to me is... Okay, now here we go. Second sip. I needed that second sip to really take me on the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, this to me is coming through now with the palate that the nose was seemingly hinting at. So I'm really happy with that second sip.
Yeah.
And it's even got a little bit of a fruity element in there to me. Like it's got a little bit of like a raisiny, datey type of dark fruit vibe that's kind of laced in and woven in with all that dark sweetness.
I'm getting more syrup on there, but I can see like a date or like a raisin. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Glass 1, she dark. She's sweet. And you know what? She nice. So let's get into glass 2 and see how she compares.
I got a very log cabin vibe on this one.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just happy with both of these. I'm just going to say this right now.
Both of these smell really good. Also, I wanted to say, why are we talking about this whiskey like it's a woman?
Is it a man?
No, it's a woman. Okay.
I don't know how whiskey identifies. And I'm not going to presume.
Okay, that's true. But I'm going to assume that like this whiskey is pretty sexy. So it's going to be a woman in my book.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. So this... Go ahead.
It just smells good. Continue. That's all I have.
Wow. Yeah. These both smell fantastic. You know what? I wish I could give some more notes. On the nose here, this is brighter. It still smells maple syrupy.
It smells buttery to me, but brighter.
Not as dark as the first glass.
Not as dark, but there still feels like this heaviness, like a good solid like grass-fed butter heaviness.
Yeah. You know what? It's weird enough. I think glass 2 has a little bit of grassiness in it, but in a very pleasant way. There's like this kind of earthy undertone that I sometimes get on Maker's Mark products. Not saying this is a Maker's Mark product, just saying it kind of reminds me of that I get on Maker's Mark products. Sometimes we don't try to think about what's in the glasses, so I'm not making any guesses whatsoever. If this is a Maker's Mark product and you like Maker's Mark products, then at least on the nose, this one is seemingly pretty nice. If you like Maker's Mark products and this is not a Maker's Mark product, this might be one to look out for.
On the nose, it smells like one.
We haven't even gotten this on the palate. Let's taste it. What are we doing?
Right,
we're doing a bunch of bumping our gums. Let's taste some whiskey.
Okay. I'm getting pencil eraser on this. What do I get?
Oh, snap. This is good too.
What do I get pencil eraser on? Is there anything consistent?
Not really. No, you get it sometimes, but
It's like a pink pencil eraser.
dang,
It could be
this is good too.
It can be the end of a number 2 pencil, or it could be that like little whatever you call it, the thing you get. That's like
The
this.
block.
The block.
The
is
Blocko
a
eraser.
pink eraser on it.
Yeah.
And
This
that's
is
not
really
a bad
good too.
thing. Like I kind of don't hate it.
No, these are both syrupy sweet. Like they have like this. It's almost like a preserves, like a jelly or a preserves. It's darker than jelly. It's more like preserves. It's got the real fruit in it, but they're both dark. They have like this anchored element about them.
They're dark. I agree. There is something that might be slightly young or sharp or something. There's something
this
about
glass?
this one
Yeah, there's some brightness there.
that
that's
gives me that pencil
fresh
eraser
wood.
taste. Yeah.
Fresh, clean.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah,
fresh,
kind of.
like fresh chopped wood, Home Depot lumber aisle type of
Yeah,
vibe.
there's something about it that makes me think like fresh, young, something.
And look, I don't mind that. Like back in the day, I used to do a lot of car stereo stuff, and I spent a lot of time in Home Depot getting them to cut wood for me so I could build all these speaker enclosures and stuff.
Yeah.
And so this is a very nostalgic, reminiscent, comforting smell to me.
And that can play a part in rating a whiskey for people.
It can, although I think on first blush here, I'm leaning strongly towards glass 1. But we need to spend some time with both these pours. We need to start with glass 2 or clear our palates, as Erin's already starting to. She's got a head start on me. But we're going to start with glass 2, go back to glass 1, give them our just due, their just dues. I can't even talk. So that we can actually focus on what we're tasting and give you the appropriate opinions on each pour. We'll be right back. All right, after spending some time with both of these pours, things changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Both glasses opened up. This is very interesting. Where did you land?
Both glasses were like transformers. They opened up, they changed. I think overall, I ended up liking glass 1 over glass 2. Specifically...
Same.
Oh, yeah? Oh, cheers. Specifically because glass 2 had like a sharp acidic note that I didn't particularly love. And then the pencil eraser taste was fine. Like normally that's not off-putting to me, but for some reason glass 1 ended up opening up and smelling like a log cabin, and it ended up tasting very well-rounded to me after I spent some time with it. So I do like well-rounded, non-sharp pours overall better than sharper pours. So for me, glass 1, actually glass 1 gets a thumbs up and glass 2 gets it just okay.
Interesting. So for me, glass 1 was great and glass 2 was very, very, very good. I did have to focus in on the tasting to figure out which one I preferred more, because glass 2 to me opened up quite a bit as I spent some more time with it, but it was a little bit more like peanut buttery and all that, whereas glass 1 added in the element of a little bit of fruitiness, like a dark fruit element, and I really like that. So I did pick glass 1. Glass 1 was a runaway winner on first impressions, but as I spent more time with glass 1 and 2, the gap narrowed and the margin of victory was not quite as much.
I agree.
But I still landed at glass 1 being my it's a close race, but glass 1 is the easy victor.
What's your official?
Oh yeah, we should do that too. So I'm giving both thumbs up.
Okay.
Both thumbs up.
For us, thumbs up means we would like
a bottle of both of these.
A bottle of these, and
like I actually want to spend my money on buying these bottles. But it is price contingent. We don't know how much they cost yet, and we're about to find that out.
We are. But I do want to specify real quick. I didn't say it earlier. So thumbs up means we do want a bottle. This just okay means we could take it or leave it. Like
doesn't mean we dislike it.
Doesn't mean I dislike it. When I gave glass 2 just okay, it means like I might have a pour of it at a bar, but I don't necessarily feel the need to have a bottle of it in my home.
Right. And if it's in this head-to-head matchup in our pool, we probably already have a bottle of it.
We do.
So we may or may not rebuy a bottle of it.
Correct.
If it's just okay.
Yep.
It doesn't mean we don't like it. Let's find out what we've been drinking.
Okay.
But before that, we're going to find out price and see if that influences our ratings.
Okay.
So you are thumbs up on glass 1, just okay on glass 2.
Yep.
I'm a strong thumbs up on both.
Okay.
glass number 1 in our blind sample key for head-to-heads is number 34. So price for number 34 for glass 1 is
$70.
I'm staying thumbs up. I'm happy to buy a bottle at that. That is so good.
May I taste it again?
You can taste it again. Actually, it's your channel, so you can do whatever you want. Turns out.
Yeah, I'll stay thumbs up at 70.
Okay.
It's pushing higher than I want to pay because I'm the cheaper one.
Cheap.
I'm a cheaper one in the family, but I'm going to say thumbs up.
Okay, so we're both thumbs up on glass 1.
Yep.
Glass number 2, price?
$70.
You know what? I did prefer glass 1, but I'm going to stay thumbs up on glass 2. I'm going to stay thumbs up on glass 2. Glass 1 is definitely my preference, but and glass 2's thumbs up is a little softer, but I'm not mad at that price for either one of these pours. They seem to be fairly high proof.
I am going to stay at just okay, just because I didn't like it as much, but it's... If you like the flavor profile if you've heard some of the notes we've said and you like that kind of flavor profile, I think it would be a good value for you. It's just not something for me.
Yeah, before you reveal, I will say the finish on both of these went on and on and on.
Both of them had a very long, good finish.
Both got nice body, nice mouthfeel.
Yep.
They're great pours. They're very comparable in overall experience, which makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm the matchmaker around here as far as our head-to-heads go.
Put them together.
With the help of our Patreon community sometimes. And I'm happy with this matchup. These are very comparable. It really does come down to a flavor profile difference. So let's see what we're working with. Glass 1,
34?
Number 34 in our key is...
Pursuit United Batch 2. And I am shocked.
Are you serious?
It is only 108 proof. I know I say only 108
Dude,
proof.
this drink... Okay, so first off, this drink's above proof. This is very flavorful.
It drinks above 108.
Hang on, time out. Number 34 in our key is Pursuit United?
Yes.
Wow.
Batch number 2.
Shout out to Kenny and Ryan, man. You guys crushed this.
108 proof. It drank...
Holy crap, that's a fantastic pour.
I thought it was in the 1-teens. You're like going off.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, don't look and see what's next.
I can't see that far. Now, I do have my glasses on, but I can't see that far. What's glass number 2?
Well, hold on. I just want to say it drinks higher than 108. But in a good way, like
in a flavorful way.
In a flavorful way, you feel the power of it, and I can appreciate that in something that is lower proof but drinks higher. I like that.
It's very balanced, whereas glass 2 is a little bit more sharp, which I think also played into us liking glass 1 a little bit more.
Right.
What is glass 2?
Weller Full Proof. It's a store pick. I don't know what store, because you didn't put it here, but it's 114 proof, which that is on par. Like I thought both of these were in the 1-teens. Proof-wise. What? Do you know what store pick? Do you know what store pick this is?
No, it doesn't matter because they're all different. But wow, Pursuit United going toe-to-toe with Weller Full Proof and coming out on top for both of us.
Weller's pretty allocated or hard to find.
Weller Full Proof? Heavily allocated. Goes a lot of times in stores, if you see it, it's going to be $300, $400, maybe $500.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
And you can go pick up a Pursuit United, which just beat this for us for $70 at almost anywhere.
Wow.
That's
insane.
Wow. Dude, wow.
Let's clarify.
Wow.
They were both very good. There was something about the second glass that I didn't like as far as like the eraser taste.
Now, so sometimes you do get the eraser taste on wheated bourbons, and this is a wheated bourbon.
Oh, that's interesting.
But you didn't pick up any funkiness that was off-putting to you. This, to me, now that I know what it is, I'm getting a heavy cherry note. And I say that because when you know what you're drinking, you have preconceived notions about what flavors you're supposed to be getting. So if I'm drinking a Weller product, I'm predisposed to thinking I'm going to get a cherry note. Didn't pick that up at all. I picked up a little nuttiness. I picked up some sharpness on this glass, but it was very good. But glass 1, this Pursuit United, man, I'm blown away by this stuff.
Yeah,
this is super good.
I felt the power of it. I felt the proof of it, but it ended up being very like well-rounded on my palate, which I appreciate. So, yeah.
And maybe that's a single barrel versus a blend effect, but honestly, a lot of times when I put these types of matchups in our blind sample pool, it's because I do not buy into the hype of the fact that you have to pair a wheated mash bill with another wheated mash bill in a blind tasting, because if you're totally blind, you're probably not going to be able to detect that it's a wheated mash bill in the first place.
Didn't. So normally for me, and we'll end this soon, but for me on wheaters, I get this like sour, very off-putting note. Historically, I do not like a lot of wheaters. The only wheaters I've really claimed to like are Makers products, but this one did not put off the air of a wheater for me. So if you're somebody who's kind of like on the fence about wheated bourbons, for me it didn't present as a typical wheated bourbon. So that's saying something.
And that could be this pick and price. You know, your experience with each single barrel is going to vary, and the price you find this at may vary as well.
That's very true.
But you can get this on every shelf almost.
The Pursuit.
If Pursuit is distributed in your area, you can get this for $70 almost anywhere. Wow, man, I am super impressed by this. This is a fantastic bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
And I like it when I taste it non-blind, but now in a blind, it just kind of knocked my socks off. Like, I'm going to stick to my thumbs up. We can't be altering scores after we know what's what.
Yeah.
But the fact that this is the same relatively retail price as this, and you can get it without any hassle whatsoever, that is a huge testament to what the Pursuit United guys are doing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kenny and Ryan over at the Bourbon Pursuit podcast. I mean, we're in the bourbon whiskey sphere of media, kind of, sort of, but they're like legit bourbon media. And they had a podcast. I almost said podcast. They had a podcast. Also, shout out to Will and Grease over at the podcast. But they had a podcast that turned into a barrel pick program that turned into them blending their own spirits.
That's cool.
So this is like a literal for us, by us, whiskey nerd brand.
It's very cool.
That Kenny and Ryan put together. Yeah. So there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, it's almost like supporting your small business.
It's supporting small business and fellow enthusiasts. So you really can't go wrong.
Or
you could just support Buffalo Trace's $1 billion expansion, which is also
let's not
fine too.
That.
No, that's fine too. That's good. Make more whiskey so more people can have what you make and like.
Yep.
So this is a very interesting head-to-head though, man. Wow, I'm stunned. I'm hyped up on this.
You are, and at that,
we might need to cap this.
Yeah,
and let's shut it down.
Close the night. And
can I say?
I will say night because we're filming at night.
Can I say this?
It might be day when you're watching this.
Time out.
Joshua.
No, I have to say this real quick. We hope that this inspires you to do some blind tastings.
Yes, we do.
We really do, because I never in a million years would put these two bottles next to each other and just say, oh yeah, the Pursuit United beat out the Weller Full Proof, unless I single blinded them and then tasted them and thought that this was the better pour, as it was tonight. But get some sample jars. They're in the link below. Get them. Put some of your favorite pours in there with some pours that you really like. Then draw at random and try them so that you can see for yourself how things come across blind, because it's very eye-opening.
We have found that blind tastings are really how we get to hone in on what we really like. And for us, that helps us know what we want to spend our money on. And that is exactly why we're doing this, because we are learning what we want to spend our money on. So hopefully you can learn what you want to spend your money on, because no one has unlimited resources. So hopefully you find this helpful. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to subscribe, it's free. Go ahead and do it. And then also hit that bell notification icon picture thingy to be notified when we post videos. It's literally
the only bell down there.
Yeah.
You can just touch that.
And we do host monthly live streams, but the dates of those live streams can tend to vary. So if you want to be notified when we're about to go live, you need to click that, and you'll always be in the know. So make sure to do that.
Yep, that's it for this one. Be good to each other, and until next time.
Cheers.